Hi. Today is my 41st birthday, which doesn't really mean that much. It's kind of a strange thing because my entire life I have made my birthday this huge deal. But as I mentioned earlier, your cancerversary kind of takes over once you have cancer because your birthday, it doesn't really matter anymore, or it doesn't seem to have the same impact when you no longer age in the same way that you did before. Anyways, but today, in fact, is my 41st birthday. And on this time last year, um, Paul and my daughters, Margot and Rosalie, and I actually took a trip to the Ritz-Carlton at Bachelor Gulch and stayed in a super fancy room and had a weekend away to just pretend like I didn't have cancer, or try to pretend like I didn't have cancer. And on my birthday, I found out that I was HER2 positive, which was interesting because we assumed that I was going to be have one of the hormone positive cancers, given the fact that I got pregnant. I got cancer while I was pregnant. But that wasn't the case, actually. I was HER2 positive. This was actually a successful and happy moment because there are a lot of treatments for HER2 positive cancers, even though it's a really aggressive cancer, and 50% of people that have HER2 positive cancer will go on to actually have brain mets, and it moves really fast and it grows really fast. It also has a lot, like I said, a lot of treatments available at the moment. Well, not a lot, but there's a fair amount of treatments for it available. So as fast as it grows, it shrinks just as fast. So on my birthday last year, I actually found out that I was HER2 positive. So that was really good news. But it was also overwhelming news. And yeah, there was this huge, cloud over the whole stay at the Ritz. There was this, all these plans that my friends and I had made to go to St. John, to go to Paris, to do all these wonderful things for our 40th birthday, and all those plans got put on hold. I think my friend Allison actually texted me and she said, "What is the saying that, we make plans and God laughs at us?" But it was sort of that exact moment, that my 40th birthday, I had all these plans, and God sort of laughed at me and said, "This is how your 40th birthday is going to go. It's your 40th year is not going to go the way you planned." But that being said, it was an overwhelming time, and I was just blessed to be able to spend that weekend with my family. And we sort of spent it completely ridiculously, doing ridiculous things. I ordered room service for the dog, and when they brought the room service up for the dog, I came up in like one of those silver, containers, and the guy looked at me and I said, "You're gonna put it on the table, right? With ours?" And he was like, "I guess so." And I was like, "I mean, it's food for the dog." And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "And you're going to present it to the dog, right?" And I put Goes on a little chair and I made him present the food to the dog. And he thought I was insane. And I tipped him very well, obviously. And we got a teepee for Margot and surprised her. And she ran into the room after dinner and found that she was going to sleep in a teepee. And we had macarons and, a chocolate cake, and celebrated, and had s'mores before dinner by the fire. And we just celebrated like a family, just like somebody would that found out they had cancer. So even though you can't forget that things are happening to you, you can certainly celebrate as if there's no tomorrow sometimes. It was definitely one of those moments in time where you make the best of things, I guess. And then we did get some good news, like I said, in the wake of all of it. The worst thing that would have happened would have been that we would have heard that I was triple negative, which is certainly the worst of the versions of cancer. And right now there is very little research being done and very little treatments that exist for triple negative cancers, especially in the stage 4. I didn't know I was stage 4 at the time, but especially in the stage 4 realm. And we need to certainly come up with more funding and more research for triple negative stage 4 metastatic cancers. And I hope that we continue to research and find out more about that. And that's something that I pray and hope for a lot of the people that I talk to in support groups and online in my support groups, because it's pretty awful. I was lucky to, like I said, just be HER2. But yeah, so that was my today in history. On my birthday was that I found out that I was HER2 positive, and then I celebrated with dessert before dinner and teepees in the room and ordering room service for my dog.